Hey guys, Jamie here with Journey North. Hope you're all having a great week. I'm just working in the shop tonight. It's probably around 9:30, 10 at night. Stays light out till almost midnight already. Um, so I've been staying up later than usual. Um, Trying to find stuff to do, working in the shop. I have all them hammerheads just begging to get finished. Like I said, I wanted to save them for winter. That's not going to happen. We'll keep stocking up. I was really excited to work on this little guy, little Oakleaf Tack hammer, clean it up, and show you how it would have been used. I'm going to flip the camera around. The back camera works a little better, get a close-up on it. In the meantime, I'm going to show you an ad for the Oakleaf company. It was W.H. Enders Oakleaf. It was a hardware brand, kind of distributed by Simmons, maker, or the seller rather, of the Keen Cutter. I believe this ad's from 1913. Show you that as I get switched around here. There you can see the nice little stamp on it. Tack hammer. Got some burrs on it we're going to take care of. We can put this on the wire wheel, or you can use one of these little sanding blocks. As you can see, that works pretty nice to clean them up. You can also use steel wool. You don't need fancy equipment to do this stuff. That'll keep that nice patina on it. And we've chosen for that this little 12-inch handle. It already fits on there fairly nice. We won't have a lot of work to do with it. We'll drop it down here a little bit yet. I'm going to get this cleaned up, and I'll come back when we're ready to put some oil. There we have it. Like I said, I leave some of that patina on there. Just get the crud off. We're at probably about 11-inch handle on this. And I'm going to show you what this was used for when we're done here. But it would have been used by furniture makers, upholsterers, leather workers, anywhere you'd need a tack. So you'd want to keep your hands clean while working with fabric and stuff like that. So it would have had just a light color to it. So you could see if your hands were dirty, if the hammer was dirty, you could wipe it off and make sure it was clean. So we're just going to go with some clear, some natural Danish oil. And you could put a shellac over it, something with a glassy finish to make sure you keep it clean. I'm not going to do that. Just for the fact I doubt I'll be doing a whole lot of upholstery work. So we're just going to go with some clear oil on this one. And it's still going to bring out some color. I'm going to do a couple more coats of that. Get some up in the eye. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what a tack hammer was originally used for. Alright, we got the little oak leaf cleaned up. Now I'm going to tell you a little about these hammers. This was sold at your local hardware store back in early 1900s all the way up until probably the 1950s. They were sold fairly common, so you could do your own upholstery if needed be. This one happens to have the curved claw for pulling tacks out. A professional would have used the magnetized end and then a square end on here for driving home tacks, and had a special tool to pull out the tacks if he screwed up. This end's magnetized. As you can see, this was patented like 1880-ish, and it's just like the old magnets. So you got two different poles to hold your tacks. With modern magnets, you don't need to do that. So modern hammers that are magnetized won't have that split design. And what it was used for back before staple guns and stuff like that, an upholsterer would take tacks. This is a sheetrock nail. It's as close to I have as a tack. I'll put a picture of a tack right here somewhere. And they'd have been from 1/4 inch to probably 1 inch. There might have been some longer ones. They were blued. And they're very sharp, very flat, very flush. And a good upholsterer could take 7, 10 of them, throw them in his mouth, and let's say you wanted a 1/4 inch one, he'd find it with his tongue, put it on his lips, and spit it on to the hammerhead so he could start the nail. And next nail or next tack, if he needed a shorter one, he'd find that one. A good upholsterer could do it as fast as you could today with a staple gun. Of course, they did swallow some tacks back in the day. I guess the remedy for that was then they'd swallow some cotton, and hopefully the cotton would wrap around the tack so they could pass it easily, I guess. Don't put nails in your mouth. Tacks, anything sharp. I was doing it purely to show you how it would have been done. That one didn't work out. Boom. Then you can start your nail. I'll pan down here and show you how it was used. All right, so I'm just using an old t-shirt here as a piece of fabric. And these days you'd use something like this or a pneumatic staple gun. Then you'd pull it tight. Put a couple tacks in your mouth. Pull this tight with one hand, use this on the other. Of course, if you had it in the wrong spot, you could use the claws to pull it out. Get it where you wanted it. Put your tack in. Once you get them lined up, then you could drive them home. Obviously, they'd be a lot shorter than this. But with modern stuff that's very rarely used today, so you're not going to see a lot of these tack hammers around. Tack hammers. Kind of cool little hammers. Long, slender. Had to be accurate with them. Something every homestead farm would have had so they could repair their own upholstery. Wasn't a throwaway society back then. People fixed stuff if it broke. Built their own stuff. I'm glad I picked this one up. Hope you appreciated learning a little bit about tack hammers and seeing it finished up. Thanks, guys. Take her easy.